At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 350 plus programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Kids, listen to your mother.
Mom!
Welcome to Between Us Moms with Katie Crafts-Morg and Hallie Stevens-Drake.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Between Us Moms. It's Katie and Hallie, and as always, we are so grateful that you're here. I hope that you like the new format of this podcast. Just a little reminder to please share this podcast, subscribe. We have a lot to talk about. We have our new segment, Slay or Nay of the Week. Hal, slays, nays, what do you have for us?
I have a big nay. So I bet you've never thought about the fact that when your husband takes a dump, his Frankenbeans hang in the toilet.
Oh my God. This is not where I thought the podcast was going to start today. So thank you for that. And thank you for that lovely visual. And are you saying that because you mean then the little droplets of poop and pee come back onto his phallus? Is that the correct word?
I don't know about all that, but I do know that yes, there is backsplash.
Oh my God.
They don't take a shower and we have sex with them. And then we wonder why we have UTIs.
Okay.
So this is my public service announcement. It is a giant, giant nay. A girlfriend of mine actually brought this up to me years and years ago. And I just have it. Once you know it, you can't unknow it. But I'm here to ruin everyone's sex life and marriage. So you're welcome.
I feel like Jason and I are such clean freaks about that we honestly, I feel like shower right before we have sex. Like last night, I took a shower. I'm in what's the phase right after your period where you're supposed to be super horny? Follicular.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was horny, but then I felt like I was just kind of exhausted yesterday. So I put my red light therapy thing on and he was like, oh, I didn't know is it sexy time with a robot? What's happening? And I was like, I need some foreplay. I need you to woo me and stuff. He's like, well, I'm going to take a shower and then let's see how you feel. And then he came out and he's wet and clean and hot. And I'm like, oh, okay. And we actually had really good sex. But I hear you. And that is gross. And that actually tracks with, I was going to say something. I'm not going to say it. Yeah.
Say it. No, you have to say it. You have to now. What is it?
I feel like I got UTIs a lot with my last long-term partner.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he was dirty.
Yeah. I've got to admit something that I don't even want to say out loud because I think I'll jinx myself. I need wood. I've never had a UTI. Knock on wood.
You've never had a UTI?
Never had a UTI. But Andrew is extremely clean. He is,
Jason.
Yes. If he feels even an inkling of filth on his body, even just if the wind blows and some dirt speckles happen to graze past him, he's taking a shower.
I love that.
So I'm grateful. His penis is very clean, but not everyone's man is such a clean person. So I just need to raise awareness. If you are having UTIs, this might be something you want to consider. And it's really disgusting. I think we need to come up with some device, a little hammock where their Frankenbeans can rest happily away from the dookie water.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
all I gotta say.
Or just keep your penis clean.
Yeah. Bet you never thought about that before.
No, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
What a way to start the week. Okay, I am going to start the week with a nay as well.
Great.
It's a little more wholesome than yours. It also ties into our mom algorithm later segment. I have been having to get in the crib every freaking night with Kaya. Every night. And it's what she looks forward to. And then she's like, 1 little minute, just 1 little minute. And she doesn't understand time, obviously. So 1 little minute is actually some nights 35, 40 minutes that I'm laying in the crib. And I love it. I would love it more though for 5 minutes as opposed to 45 minutes. And when I get out, she's like, no, no, no. And she literally pushes my head back down into her crib. And then she says, I need mommy. She literally gets on top of me. And if I get out, then she starts crying. And her room is right next to Emma's. And so then I'm worried it's going to wake up Emma. And then like feeble little me is like, help, help. Because I don't want her to think I'm yelling for help, but I want Jason to be able to hear me. He can never hear me. And so I'm just stuck in the effing crib. And that's where we're at.
How long would you say you actually lay there on average?
This week I laid there for 40 minutes. Some nights it's usually like more like 20 minutes. And then now I feel like I'm lying to my child because I'm like, oh, mommy hasn't taken a shower yet. Like you took a bath and I don't want to get your crib dirty. So I can't get in. And then I say to her, like, let me, mommy go take a shower and get her pajamas on. And then if you're still awake, then I'll come in. And then I feel like a bad mom because I'm freaking lying.
Show me a mom who doesn't say a little white lie to their kids.
Is that bad though?
No, that's literally a survival. That is how we survive. Because if we are honest, we end up in bed until they fall asleep every single night. And then we need that time. It's precious, healthy mental health time. We need that for ourselves.
I know.
So how do we break that habit?
Well, stay tuned for later in the episode because I have found a very helpful article that I also want to impart on anyone else who is feeling this way, or even if it's like just a one more story or like a one more sip, whatever it is. Toddlers procrastinate. They are smart AF and they procrastinate. So
there is nothing like a toddler. There is no thirstier human than a child before bedtime. I'm so thirsty. I need water. I need to pee. I need water. I need to pee. Like the back and forth is exhausting. I will say this. Katie and I have started a Facebook group that is a super private, super safe space for moms. And we want you guys to join so that we can have these discussions there. So find that Facebook. We'll link it all week long. Go to that, request to join. We'll let you in. And if you guys have tips for Katie, share it. If you need tips, if you are struggling with something, put it in the chat. Let's talk about it. Let's all help each other because motherhood's a sisterhood, like we say, and dang, it's hard. We need each other's tips. So if you've been through this and you can help Katie, join that Facebook group and let's talk about it. But I'm sorry, that's really hard. It's hard.
It's hard, but I also know that I will miss these days at some point because it also is like so sweet. You know, your kid thinks you're the safest place on the planet. How magical that they just want to fall asleep with you there.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to look at it that way, but also it's challenging. Sometimes when I want, just a few minutes after they go to bed to like decompress myself. Before then, it's then Jason who's like, are we going to watch our show or are we going to do this? And I'm like, I just want my 30 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
So
what I will say too is I have a lot more perspective about like the fleetingness of time with my children during the day. But when it's that home stretch to alone time, it's so hard to have perspective because you're like, I will miss this, but also I
need a break.
So it's the end of the day.
Gosh, alone time when you are a mom, you never realize how much alone time you actually had until you have kids.
That's right.
Like to all the people who don't have children or who are single, I'm like, you should be building a fucking empire right now because you have so much time in the best shape of your life, doing the most chaotic, cool, adventurous things. Like you have so much time. So
you should be staying up late, having adventures, but also getting a full 8 hours of sleep. Like, yes. I look back at pre-child Hallie and I'm like, I said I was busy.
I said I was busy and I was binging Netflix by myself.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Now that we've both nayed ourselves this week, it's time to transition. Yeah.
All right. Now we're diving into the headlines that made us text each other. Katie and I are always texting each other when something unhinged hits the news. And this week we have two great topics. Katie, kick us off.
Okay, so this one, I feel like we're a little bit late to the game, but because of how we record our podcast, this is the first time we've actually been able to talk about it because we had a guest last week. FYI, if you haven't listened to our pelvic floor therapist, the vagina whisperer, please go listen to that episode. Anyways, a few weeks ago, Ashley Tisdale wrote an essay for The Cut that alleged toxic mom group mean girl behavior. Internet sleuths were quick to put together that she was seemingly referencing other celebrity moms like Hilary Duff and Mandy Moore, who she had hung out with in the past. Hilary's husband, Matthew Coma, kind of confirmed it on his own Instagram when he poked fun of her essay, replacing her cover of The Cut with a picture of him and his own headline that said, "When you're the most self-obsessed, tone-deaf person on earth, other moms tend to shift focus to their actual toddlers." I think we should really be honest here and give like our wild hot takes. So you start.
I want to start by saying I do believe toxic mom groups exist. I've seen it. I feel very fortunate that that hasn't been my experience. I am so grateful for my group of girls. We have a mom group chat going. It's nothing but support and love. It's such a safe space. But because I know how good it can be when women support each other, it makes me fucking sad when it's not that. What I'll say is, I think this is part of me thinks Ashley didn't need to write this article. That's how I really feel, because you got to be smart. She denied through a rep that this was about that group. Once it like picked up steam and everyone was like, it's about Mandy Moore and Megan Trainor and Hilary Duff, you know, she put out a statement saying, oh, no, it's not. But it very clearly was. I think you inflame the situation. I think you just have to be a grown up. And if you're hanging out with toxic women or people that you deem toxic, remove yourself and like call it a day. To write a whole article about it, I think was not great. And I don't know what she was expecting to happen. I'm curious for you, Katie, though, that, like more so for you, because you have interviewed Mandy
All of
Moore,
them. All of
Ashley,
them.
all of them, all of
Yes.
them. So you've had actual personal interaction with them. And we don't like to pit women against each other, but you have a good intel on what these people are like IRL. So I'm curious what your takeaway was.
I have a lot to say about this.
Let's hear it.
The first, I love that you said, I don't know what she was expecting to get from this, because to me, it's almost like I'm sure her feelings were hurt for whatever reason. And she felt like, I'm going to get you, but like in my own way, or like, this is my way of like with a megaphone trying to get your attention that you hurt my feelings. And to me, that is like toddler behavior herself. I have interviewed all of them. They're all lovely. I have nothing bad to say about any of them. My experiences with Hilary Duff, especially, like I actually posted a clip from 2022 when I interviewed her, and she talked about her friendship with Mandy Moore and how they both have learned to protect their peace, because Mandy at the time had to cancel a tour. She's busy. She's an actress. She's a mom of 3. Like she was going through whatever she was going through. She canceled her tour. And Hilary was like, we've learned to just protect our peace. And I think that is such an important part of this puzzle. And I think that when you don't feel like the right vibes with somebody, it's okay to distance yourself. That doesn't mean that they're mean girls. That means they were protecting their peace. And I think it's important to look at all the sides. There's this book and it's called Let Them. And whenever we have our own family drama, my dad always says, let them.
Yeah. Let them do them.
Yes, you cannot control
Tell Robin.
Yes, you cannot control other people. You can only control your own actions and how you react to those reactions. And I think now as like grown-ass women, just let them. If they want to hang out without you, let them. Maybe it had nothing to do with you. Maybe they were just closer friends and didn't feel that same connection with you. And that's okay. That doesn't mean that they're mean girls. It just means like we're closer at the stage in our life where we're more aligned here. And so I think instead of like calling people names and calling people mean girls or whatever, let them. We all have so much on our plates. We all are raising like children. I think Ashley has 2 kids. Mandy has 3. Hilary has 4. Like we're busy, and maybe not everything is a direct attack on us.
Right. We're human, and we're very, you know, it's human nature to think everything is about you, but it very rarely is about you.
Especially when you're a celebrity, right? Like you already
sure.
have an inflated ego, so you automatically think everything's about you. But it's like, but what if it's not?
And I think we should say, if you're not familiar with the story, a lot of what she was upset about is she didn't get an invitation to some gathering. And if she was very upset about it, felt really left out. One of the girls sent her flowers saying, I'm so sorry. It was just a mistake. But yeah, I just think like we're adults, and like it's okay if your feelings are hurt. That's valid. You can feel that, but pick it up and move it along. Like have your little moment, and then find the people who celebrate you, who rally around you,
who don't forget to invite you.
Right. But I don't think we need to go and write an article about this. For me, if it was more like women not supporting each other, lifting each other up, celebrating each other's wins and stuff, maybe we could write about that.
Sure.
But writing about feeling left out, I'm a little bit like, come on, girl, we're mid 30s, we're 40s.
We're 40s. Like they're all 40s.
Is she 40s?
Hilary is not
Ashley?
40, but she's almost 40, and
Yeah.
Ashley's 40, yeah, and
Yeah.
Mandy's in her
Okay.
40s.
Listen,
So,
we're 40s, girl. Like, and again, fair to have your feelings hurt, but do we need to write a whole article about it? I don't think
right.
so. Like, I don't think so.
I think this is such a good perspective too, thinking about like growing up and like in high school or whatever. Like, I felt left out so many times in my life. I think everybody has felt left out, knowing what I've known now and like the let them theory, and it just kind of changes your perspective a little bit. And yeah, if people don't want to hang out with you, you cannot force them to want to hang out with you. So find your
Yeah.
own group of people.
Yes. Like, I'd like to think that Ashley's intentions were altruistic and she probably thought she was helping other women by talking about this.
Sure.
But we're not toddlers on a playground. We're grown women, and it's okay to it's okay. We don't have to, this doesn't have
Right.
to be a whole article.
Some people just are not meant to be friends. That's all.
Yes. Before we move on, just real quick, did you think Matthew Coma should have chimed in?
I think if you follow Matthew and Hilary, he is always one to like poke fun at a situation and like use his humor. And I'm sure that's one of the things that Hilary loves about him so much. I remember there was something he did with like the Jonas Brothers. I asked her about this actually. Like he was posting photos of like the Jonas Brothers all around their house. Do you remember this?
Oh
This
yeah,
was like a
totally.
couple years ago.
Mhm.
I think he's just trying to be funny. I feel like probably his intentions were to like defend his wife, and I think that that's like a very noble thing to do. And I didn't hate it. Did you?
I hated it.
Oh, you hated it. Fair.
Yeah. I mean, on one hand, I'm like, I love it because it was just juicy and funny.
Yeah.
Like he is funny. His intel is funny, but I think sometimes just letting it be quiet, like
Yeah.
just added fuel to like it amplified the story.
It did.
But
But it also, I mean, yeah, confirmed that her essay was indeed about
yeah. Ugh.
Hilary and Mandy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Fun fact about Matthew Coma, did you know that he used to date Carly Rae Jepsen?
Oh, he loves a pop
He
girly.
loves a pop girly, so that's my fun
Didn't know
fact
that.
of the day.
I like that one.
Yeah.
All right, next story. This is one that I texted Katie because I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Nikki Garcia, WWE. We love the Bella sisters. She had to turn off comments on her Instagram post of her kissing her 5-year-old son on the mouth. People were all like deep in her comments, weighing in on how it was inappropriate and how she shouldn't be doing that and all this stuff. And when I saw this, I was like, what the hell? Like, it's her son. He's 5 years old. I kiss my babies on the mouth. I posted a story about it because I was curious, like, how are we feeling about this? And the resounding opinion in the comment section was, I'm going to kiss my babies on the mouth as long as they'll let me. But I want to know how you feel about it.
I had never even thought about this until I saw this headline, until you actually texted me this headline, and then you made a video about it, and I was like, she is right. I think the first few years of a child's life, they are learning about affection from you. From you and your marriage, or you and your partners, or if you are single, they're learning about how you interact with other people when they see you with other people, whatever it is. And I think demonstrating love, especially to your child, is like such a sweet, sweet thing. Do I think there's an age cutoff? Yeah, I do. I don't think you should
What
be,
age?
I don't
Because
think
I
you should,
asked this.
you did. And I think a good age cutoff is probably around like 9 or 10 at like the oldest. I feel like it would be weird for me to like kiss my kids on the mouth when they're 10 years old. But I love a cheek kiss and a forehead kiss. Like, I don't think that will ever, ever stop. But that's just my 2 cents. I also, what I hated about people attacking this is that to me, it's almost like they were sexualizing something that like they're too young to be sexualized. Like, why are we even like putting those things in the same conversation, if that makes sense?
This is how I feel.
Oh,
It's
okay.
exactly how I feel.
Okay.
Is that this is people projecting their own ideas of sex, their perverted ideas of affection onto a maternal son relationship.
Yeah.
And I think it's gross. I think it has to stop. I think I couldn't believe she had to turn her comments off. I think
Right.
I really felt for her because it was such a sweet moment. And it's not like it was an open mouth kiss.
No,
And
and that's, you're so
that's what
right.
I'm saying. It's like a little peck on the mouth, and he is a small child. I will. Now, I asked in the comments because I was talking to people about this. I was really curious. And a lot of people felt like there's an age limit. I think your kids will let you know when it doesn't feel comfortable to them anymore. I think you'll just know. Like it will be like and I think you follow your kids' cues. Like when it's
Yeah.
not comfortable for them, that's when you stop.
Yeah.
But until then, it's innocent. It is sweet. It is a mother showing love and affection to their child. And I don't think we have to stop. And one thing that was interesting, a lot of people had hygiene concerns.
Okay, so when your child is a baby, yeah, you're not supposed to let other people even kiss them on the
Right.
cheek. Like you are not supposed to if you are prone to cavities. I guess that can be really uh damaging to your child. Like you can pass on that bacteria. I need to talk to is that true?
Well, so I've heard you're not supposed to share like drinks with your child
Oh.
because cavities, you can like some, I guess they're contagious. But
My
let me
kids
just
drink out of my water bottle all the
all the
effing
time.
time. They're like, I want mommy's water. I don't know
Right.
what tastes better about mommy's water than their water, but for
Same.
some reason they like mommy's water.
Yes.
So,
But let me also say, you mentioned you're not supposed to let other people. I don't want anyone else kissing my child on the mouth.
it's same ever.
This is ever. So that
What
is
about
the line.
grandparents? Not on the mouth,
That's
but
fine.
like
I don't care about
grandparents.
that.
Okay.
If my kids feel good about it, I'm not going to make it weird. Like, I
Yeah.
think it's sweet. So I'm
Okay.
not,
Okay.
that's a hard, yeah. But I just want to say, Nikki, I love that post. I thought it was so sweet.
I
You're a
know.
great mom. And like, just fuck the haters.
I
Honestly, they're so loud and annoying. Fuck you
so
guys.
that's the thing about the internet is like when it's something like nice, like if she had just posted a picture like hugging her child or even just like kissing him on the cheek, I bet you she would have had a fraction of the comments. People love to effing hate.
Yeah.
And I feel like Nikki has had a rough go. Like she split from Artem. Remember there was like that whole thing. I think she had to end up paying him like $200,000, like a lump sum. And then on top of that, she pays him like a couple $1,000s a month
Mm.
in child support. And now there's actually, did you see this story today? She's actually dating like a 20-year-old NFL player. I think he's on
Good
the
for her.
Eagles.
Okay.
And I feel like she just gets hate for everything.
Yeah. And listen, that's life in the public eye. But man, I just want to say to everybody, get a life, find something that is actually important to care about. This is not it. A mother giving her baby a kiss on the lips is not the hill to die on. So
Yeah.
let's just go get a grip.
Get a grip. Okay, guys, it is now time for our last segment, the mom algorithm. Things that we have found that are strictly about motherhood, parenting, whatever's gone viral in the world of motherhood or marriage, whatever it is. We
Yeah.
each have one. Hallie, yours is let's gas things up with yours.
Oh, I see what you did there. Nicely done. Now, I don't mean to be bringing all the potty talk here today, but I guess that's my role today. I am the poop and pee girl.
And
There's
toots, you're the
and
poop and
toot.
toot girl.
I'm the poop and toot girl, man. It's a hard job. Someone's got to do it. But there is a new study that suggests that couples that are relaxed enough to fart in front of one another and drop social pretenses reflect a stronger sense of emotional safety, and it's indicative of a relationship built on real acceptance rather than performance. Do you fart in front of Jason?
Not on purpose.
Okay. Does Jason fart in front of you?
Not on purpose.
Okay.
I feel like sometimes there's like a toot that slips out in the middle of the night,
Oh,
and you
girl.
just pray that it's caught under the covers,
Totally.
right?
Okay. Andrew and I are going on, it'll be 20 years together this summer.
It's a long time.
We don't toot in front of each other.
Can you imagine being so like open that you're sitting, you're binging a Netflix show, you're watching, right now we're watching The Night Manager, like you're watching The Night Manager, and you're just like,
I mean, people do. And listen, according to this study, that means that you guys are a stronger couple
well,
than Andrew and I, or you and Jason. But I'm like, I got to keep the romance alive. You know what I mean?
yeah, listen, everybody toots. I've heard
You're right.
a toot come from the bathroom. I'm sure vice versa. Like
Sure.
everybody does. We even say like after we both use the restroom, we're like, oh, don't go in there for a sec.
A little warning.
Like a little warning, but
Yeah.
like I'm not ever gonna feel comfortable enough in front of anyone, like not even in front of my kids, I don't think, to just like let them rip.
Oh, I toot
Like
in front of my children. I
I just
definitely toot
I
in
just
front of
don't
them.
I'm just not a I just don't want to do that. like in front
Yeah.
of anybody. Like I'm like, what's that animal that like really has to be by themselves?
Oh, I don't know.
There's like
To go to the bathroom?
yeah.
Oh my God, I don't know what.
I
Get back
just
to us on
feel
that.
I feel that way. And you know what? My niece the other day, she had to go to the potty and Kaya were starting to like kind of get into potty training. She's like, I want to go see Charlie go to the potty. And Charlie was like, I need my privacy, please. And I think
Privacy
I'm
is a
like
big
that.
thing.
Yeah, it's like we all need some privacy. So,
I know. I will say Andrew and I hold them in all day long.
oh,
So at night when we're sleeping, it's like a two-man band.
yeah.
I I don't know, like we're asleep, but I'll hear it and I was like, was that me? Was that you? But we just kind of like
We
that's
let it
all
go.
accidental. We don't worry
Yeah.
about nighttime toots, but
Yeah. You know what? People are more gassy at night, though. I definitely
maybe.
feel more gassy. And I've been eating dinner earlier, and I still like, I feel like at night is when I'm just like a little gassier.
Yeah. Well, if you're one of those people who does fart in front of their partner, you could go on a fart walk. Remember when we talked about that on the podcast?
Okay. Yes. And
Yeah.
I love that. Just
After
a
dinner.
romantic fart walk. Okay. If bedtime feels like a never-ending loop of more milk, please, I need more water, one more story, one more page, one more snuggle. As we know, this is the season of life I am in with my 2.5 year old. We found this article on Motherly that said connection first phrases help kids feel safe enough to settle faster and on their own so that you can protect your sanity. So I picked out some of them that I thought were like really sweet. And I want your take, I guess, on like what you do at nighttime when you put your kids down. So some of these are your day mattered to me. Tell me one high and one hard. You are safe, and my job is to keep you safe all night. Your feelings can stay, but the lights will still go off. And I want to add to this one, and like mommy's going to be in her room. Let's plan tomorrow and then we rest, which is like the one that I love the most because my kids really like to know what's coming. And I
Yeah.
feel like they feel safe whenever, even if it's like, okay, mommy's going to make dinner now. Like they're like, yeah, okay. Or mommy has to go to the grocery store. I'll be right back. And Kaya repeats back, you're going to be right back? And I say, yes. And I think it gives them like a sense of like they're also in control in a weird way. So
Mhm.
I'm curious, like, what do you do at bedtime or have you ever experienced like a hard bedtime?
I mean, of course, I think every parent has had a hard bedtime experience or season, chapter. For us, it's very much what you're saying, where routine is key.
Yeah.
We do the exact same thing every single night. Dylan knows it by heart. I think she feels empowered by it. You know, it helps her know, okay, so I'm going to go brush my teeth. I'm going to get into bed. I'm going to have some water. We're going to read a book. We're going to look at pictures of me when I was a baby. We're going to say our nighttime prayer, and then mommy's going to leave.
Yeah.
Then daddy comes in. Daddy reads a book and we say goodnight. And she's great. Like, as long as we follow that same routine, there isn't a whole lot of pushback. I will say, not letting your kid be overtired when they go to bed
Oh, yeah. Key.
is for us the key to a successful, swift
Yes.
bedtime.
We're very big on bath time every single night, actually, because
Mhm.
it's part of our routine.
Us
But
too.
this weekend we skipped baths both nights because we had plans and like if you guys are football fans or if you saw our Instagram, we had to watch the Rams and the Bears game and that went into overtime, which pushed back into their bedtime. So we're like, we gotta skip the bath to make sure that they don't get overly tired because yeah, when they get overly tired, then it's like they're almost
Yeah.
too tired to be able to settle. So we are also very big on a routine. I think now it's just part of her routine is to want mommy in her crib. So I'm gonna try tonight the let's plan tomorrow and then we rest. I'm gonna
Let
try
us know
that.
how it goes.
I
Tell us
will
on the
report
stories.
back. Yeah,
Yeah, because I want to hear about that.
yeah, I will.
We are so grateful for you guys. We love having time with you. We hope you're enjoying the new format. We want you to join our community. This is more than a podcast, it is a place for moms to be themselves, to say the shit you can't say anywhere else. This is a safe place. We are your non toxic mom friends. Join our Facebook group. Let's talk. Be in our DMs. Let us know how you're winning, where we could help. We're here for you. We love you. Motherhood is a sisterhood, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for hanging out with us on Between Us Moms.
Don't forget to follow us for more mom life conversations and content and subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.
And if you liked this episode, send